So there's a new XSplit update that fixes a bunch of things and adds a bunch of features, and when I click the drop-down menu to go live, I can see, this is new, I can see the title of my last stream I made to YouTube, because I guess Twitch wasn't working, and it's Rust and Darkest Dungeon. So how long ago the fuck was that? I haven't played Rust in like a year and a half. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Starting a little late tonight. All is well. If you hear grumbling, I'm a little hungry. But I'll live with it. We're gonna play some Resident Evil and then some Enter the Gungeon. I did not prepare the RPGs. It's gonna be either tomorrow or Friday. Well, late for me. My target goal for streaming is like 11 p.m. This is 11:50, so it's late for me. But we'll make up for it in quality. Leon, Ashley, Leon, Ashley. E. Oh, X. Okay, that's better. As I said, this is not a game that works well with mouse and keyboard. Volume's gonna sound a little low until things start happening. And then it's gonna be louder than anyone's eardrums can perceive, and we will all be deaf. But hope everyone's doing well. Here's the armory. The fuck? Wait a minute. What? Cool. This is a cool castle. Keeping hand grenades in treasure chests. How am I doing? I'm okay. Thanks. It's very hot today. Don't know what else to say. It was just very hot. It was a very hot day. I watched some more episodes of The Expanse, and it's getting good. There's a ship, the Martian ship in the beginning of the show. It's called the Donager. But I watch with the subtitles on, because the air conditioner gets kind of loud. And so, I read it sometimes as the Donger, and then I feel like a baby. And then I laugh to myself. It says that there's an item here, but I don't see it. It's good, good, right? Are you planning on streaming Chasm? If I hadn't just got done streaming Hollow Knight, I'd probably be thrilled to stream Chasm, but I don't think I'm ready for it. Like I said in a previous stream, I've heard some mixed things, and oh right, okay, I know where I have to go. I heard some mixed things about it, and I heard it was a good game for sure, but maybe could have used a little bit more. Could have used a little bit more work. I don't know. Whatever it is, it kind of turned me off to it, and I just figured, you know what, maybe now's not the time for a Metroidvania. Not again. So I'll hold off, and then maybe they'll kind of fix a couple things. And then I'll play it. Alright, this is for bottle caps, yeah.
Welcome.
I like how they didn't record voice lines for this. For this game, you need to use weapons that I've selected, stranger. So if anyone was wondering, this is what the TMP looks like. Yes, it's silly. Yes, it's very, very silly. TMP's just given to you for this. What? Why is there ports? You know what? This I'm gonna try with the mouse. See how, oh god, the sensitivity is crazy. This is now, I'm using the mouse now. What is happening? I mean, I did it, but I don't think I'll be using the mouse anymore. Thanks anyway. Ashley's like, really? Really? How do you have time for this, Leon? Really? You've been awarded 5 bottle caps. Where do you see the bottle caps again? They're just in there? Oh yeah, yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah, this is what happens.
Stand back!
They have like a little sound and everything.
Stand back! Stand back! Don't worry, Ashley. Don't worry, Ashley. Don't worry. Ada!
Aya!
Leon!
Yep. Yep, that's about right.
Leon!
Oh.
Leon, now! Leon, now! Leon, now! Leon!
What a game. Again, for how gory this game can be, you just don't expect... You just don't expect bottle caps and little action figures with sounds, but... Buy the TMP. No! I'm good. Oh, wait a minute. I think in order to get there, I have to go upstairs, so I only have one path at the moment. I kinda just want to leave Ashley here with the merchant. Dude's got enough weapons, he could protect her.
You alright?
I'm fine! Leave me alone!
Ashley, wait!
Oof. Watch this overly convenient trap.
Ashley!
What's going on?
Good thing Ashley was in the exact right spot for that to happen.
Don't worry, Ashley. I'm coming for you.
Oh no, Mr. Kennedy. It is I who will be coming for you.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Hunnigan, what happened? The transmission got cut off. Salazar, how'd you...
We've jacked the line. We didn't want
And
you
I've
telling
jacked too.
everyone any unnecessary information.
Where's Ashley?
Ah, so she fell into one of our wonderful traps. We'll make sure we find her. Don't you worry about her. Oh yes, I let our miserable insects out for some exercise down in the sewer.
Thanks. That should keep me company, 'cause boredom kills me.
I look forward to our next encounter. In another life.
Salazar's textures were a little shitty.
Ah, Mr. Kennedy.
Why is there now film grain? Did anyone notice that? Or can you not see it through the streaming? But, like, there was no film grain, and now there's film grain. Here's no film grain. Here's film grain. Really, really strange.
You know, Mr. Kennedy, I have a brother. His name is Luigi.
Oh, it's this part. So many little moments in this game that I just forget are in the game. So this is how you can have aliens in a Resident Evil game. Just say that they're plague. They're like parasite plague aliens. Explains the film grain. Fuck. Ah! Gee, oh! Holy shit. That is a brutal death for Mr. Kennedy.
You won't be needing your head where you're going, Leon.
Did they take that one away? Yeah, the dynamic difficulty kicked in. Still 2 down here, though. Oof. I guess I thought maybe one was taken away by the difficulty slider thing that happens, but it just wasn't on the ceiling that time. Yeah. Fuck that door. Again, these textures are much improved and make this place look really good compared to how it used to look. But I mean, you don't really notice these things. When I was playing this on the GameCube, the resolution was low, and you know, when I was playing it on a TV that was probably like made of ass. So now, seeing it like this, it's just like, oh, this is what Resident Evil 4 looks like. But it didn't always look like this. Cool music. Lewis's memo. There are some parasites that have the ability to control their hosts. It's basic knowledge among biologists, but not much is known as to how the parasites do it. Studying these parasites specifically might reveal some clues as to how the powers of the Las Plagas work. Perhaps might provide more insight on the victims of the Las Plagas, the Los Ganados. Here's a list of some parasites that have the ability to manipulate the behavioral patterns of their hosts. The Dicrocalium. Once the larvae of this parasite migrates to the ant's esophagus, it alters the behavior of the ant. When the temperature drops in the evening, the infected ant climbs to the top of a plant and clamps onto a leaf using its mandible. It stays there, immobile, until the next morning, placing the ant where it's most vulnerable to be eaten by a browsing herbivore such as a sheep. One could conclude that the parasite is manipulating the host's behavior to make its way into the body of its definitive host. Galactose.
Oh, Galactus.
Galactosum. The larvae of this parasite makes its home inside the brain of a fish, such as the yellowtail and parrot bass. Once infected, the fish make their way up the water's surface, where they'll swim until eaten by seabirds. Once again, this peculiar behavior can only be explained by the parasite's desire to get into the bodies of the seabirds. Leon Klum. This parasite's sporocysts develop in the snail's tentacles. The sporocysts are vivid in color and pulsate continually, somewhat like a worm. Surprisingly, the infected snail makes its way to the top of the plant, where it's more visible to the eyes of birds, therefore more likely to be eaten. Once eaten by a bird, the parasite will complete its metamorphosis into an adult. All real. Then there's the parasite that, makes you not talk.
Orbakia.
I can't believe they have these, like, silly Zelda-esque treasure chests. Usually with things like grenades inside of them. It's beautiful. Favorite King Gizzard album? Nonagon Infinity. Open the door. There you go. Gotta combine. And now it is perfect and beautiful and will sell for a lot of money. What does the merchant do with these things? Does he pawn them off to other people? Like, does he know collectors? I want to know about the merchant's backstory. Well, actually, I kind of don't. I don't, actually. Think about how many times we learn the backstory of something and it ends up being, like, either really disappointing or just lame. Maybe it's okay not to know some things.
These are midichlorians, Anakin.
Imagination can sometimes lead to a better story. If you give, you know, the audience member just enough to fill in the blanks for themselves, kind of like why I like Hollow Knight and Bloodborne so much. You know, give them a little bit, there's lore there, you can find it, but then some things are just more or less mysteries, and you get like a little bit, and you can fill in the blanks and then speculate on the rest of it. It's really... that's a really good way to do it. I like that. I like that. Did you ever see the Garth Brooks Facebook video? Well, I finally did it. I'm on Facebook. I like that. We're gonna continue the conversation. So I say let the conversation begin. Why are midichlorians disliked? I just kind of accepted it. Well, when you grew up with Star Wars, the thing about the Force was that anyone could tap into it. It was kind of like meditation. It was a very, like, Zen Buddhist kind of philosophy. And then, the prequels came out and pissed people off because it was like, oh, no, no, no. It's not that. It's... You have little, like, things in your bloodstream, like little, bugs, and they make you, Jedi. So if you have a lot of those, you could be a Jedi. The universal nature of what the Force was supposed to represent was what appealed to people, I think. But yeah, it was just also really weird, like, it was really unnecessary and weird retconning in some way. Not even retconning, but like an addition.
The midichlorians you have, Luke. They are in you more than others.
I just don't think the Dagobah scenes would have had as much impact if Yoda was explaining the Force. You know, it just, I don't think it would have worked as well. It wouldn't have worked on me. As a kid, I would have been like, oh, I don't have midichlorians. But, you know, whatever. They never really talk about them again later in the movie. I think after the backlash against them the first time around, old Georgie decided maybe we don't need to use that word again. The Force is strong in my family. My father has it. I have it. And... oh, you have a lot of those parasites in your bloodstream. 35,000 to be precise. Oh yeah, you have it too, for sure. But I was never one of those types of people that said George Lucas ruined my childhood. I think that's absurd. I think it's, you know, it's nice to revisit the stuff I liked when I was a kid. But of course it's going to evolve, and it's not always going to be to your liking. But like the Final Fantasy VII Remake, you know, you have that, and then if you don't want to play that, you just play the original, and I'm sure you'll have a good time with the original, if that's what you like. Someone said the prequels are underrated. What they tried to do was underrated. I just don't think they did them well. But I like aspects of them. They're fun. Fun to make fun of. Hang on a second.
Well, I guess it's official. We're now on Facebook. I really wasn't sure about this at the start. But then a friend of mine said something that just made all kinds of sense. She said think of it more as a conversation. I like that.
I like that.
But I'm already finding out on my own. So it's wiping the walls out between you and me. And I really like that.
Oh!
It allows us into
I really like that.
Fucking H3 and Chris D'Elia were talking about this recently, which is, I never knew about this. It's so weird. It's so rehearsed and strange, and just watch the H3 podcast with Chris D'Elia. It's good. They cover this in detail, but I was losing my shit that this existed.
wiping the walls out between you and me. And I really like that.
What is
It
that?
allows us into each other's worlds, or I guess in my case, the hotel room.
So relatable, Garth.
When I think about things I want to post cool stuff, slick stuff, neat stuff. But most of the stuff I'm going to post is going to be raw stuff like this.
Yeah, what's wrong?
It's just who I am.
Unrehearsed and raw.
So if this is truly a conversation, then I say let the conversation begin.
That is so unbelievably rehearsed. Also, the chanting and this music while that was happening, really good ambient noises. Who is that? Someone said that's Garth Brooks, one of the highest selling musical artists of all time. Definitely did not go for the head there, but it's fine. And the dead zone on this controller is making this kind of weird, but I got it. Man, I love this cult shit so much. This is such a good setting for Resident Evil. Who would have thought? Cool sacrifice of meat. Is it Ashley? Hang on a second. Someone said I missed something? What did I miss? A treasure? Treasure above. All those guys had gems? Oh. Oh, so if I got all of them, I would have gotten all their treasures. Fuck. Could have grenaded them.
Well, I guess it's too late now. I don't like that.
Reload checkpoint. Yeah, alright, sure. Stop playing cutscene. Stop playing, I'm busy. I gotta do the thing. That is a piss poor grenade. Let me tell you what. I mean, I got a couple of them. I'm good with that amount. Engorged Meatus has returned. Grenade them from the balcony? Yeah, but as soon as you jump down, they start going mental. You're not supposed to climb down the ladder. Don't use the ladder. Throw the grenade before jumping down. Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time. Because I want to have fun. I want the conversation to begin. Oh, up here! I wasn't looking over here. Listen to that meat dissolve. That's good. Oh, what? One guy got over. I mean, they're just spinals. They're nothing amazing, but that's 2,000 each, so I think it's worth it. And also, that just looked cool. Where? How'd you survive a grenade blast, dude? Unfucking believable. Anyone looking to join a religion? I mean, yeah, religion. Not a cult. I hear this church is accepting new patrons. Someone raised the good point, why would anyone join this church? I don't think anyone here had a choice. I think they just, like, put parasites in the drinking water. but maybe there's some, like, good things. Maybe there's some benefits. What could be good about joining this particular religion / cult? What would you... what do you get from it? Like, tax exempt, free games, great style, endless meat, weight loss, free healthcare. Yeah, that's true. Just more parasites. Not giving a shit anymore. Oh, that's a good one. Think about it. You could trade all the shit you give for no shit given. Like, none. You just have to have, like, parasites, and you have to be, like, a sycophant, and, you have to be completely loyal to the church, otherwise, you get murdered. You don't take shits, you only give shits. You just saw all this happen.
Welcome.
This merchant's seen some shit.
Got some rare things. What are you buying? Is that all, stranger? Thank you.
That's all of it. That is all of my money.
What are you selling?
But I have these here spinels.
Is that all, stranger? Thank you. Come back anytime.
Like I said, I can sell more shit if I need to. I've got plenty of items to sell. But when I need the money, I'll do it. That's like selling your old comic books and then realizing it's more trouble than it's worth. Oh, I remember this music. This is good stuff. Castellan memo. For many years, the Salazar family has served as the castellans of this castle. However, not everything is bright, for my ancestry has a dark past. Long ago, there was once a religious group that had deep roots in this region called the Los Illuminados. Unjustly, however, the first castellan of the castle took away their rights and powers. As a follower of this religion, and as the 8th castellan, I felt that it was my duty as well as my responsibility to atone for that sin. Castellan? Oh, come on. I knew the best way to atone for the sin was to give power back to those who we once took it away from, the Los Illuminados. As expected, it took a little time, but we were able to rejuvenate the once sealed Las Plagas. With the success, I was one step closer to the revival of the Los Illuminados. The reason why I released the Las Plagas from deep under this castle and gave them to Lord Sadler was not only to repay for the sins of my ancestors, but I felt certain that the Lord would make better use of this power to help save the world. To save those that have sinned with the power of the Las Plagas and to cleanse their souls, creating a world without sinners, the way it was meant to be. Once cleansed, they would become one of the many Ganados where they will find their reason to live. And after the Lord has succeeded in creating the world in which we had envisioned, then the sins of my Salazar family will be atoned for. You know, I'm beginning to like this cult thing. Expect Vine Cult emote soon. No, I'm serious. It's being it's awaiting approval. Wow. Did Resident Evil 6 have a cover system? I don't remember. It did. Vine Cult says we've always been here. Someone in chat named themselves fucking Vine Cult. The only thing I want from Vine Cult is just be good to yourselves. And each other. Ha ha ha. You can laugh, you can cry. Why would I do that? What was the point of me shooting that barrel? Just admiring the paintings. The nice HD paintings. Human sacrifices? Yeah. Those are fine. You can do those if you want. Wait, I mean, you as a human make a sacrifice to be a better person, right? That's what you mean? Dear Lord. Can we put pineapple on pizza? That's instant expulsion from the cult. You just call me Elliot Vinard. That's gonna be my cult leader name. My name is L. How you doing? Okay. What about chicken nuggets on pizza? I'll allow it, but you can't call it pizza. Cheeserino? You can call it, Bees Chugger? No, what could you call it? Nagitsa. That's good. I didn't know Uncle Fester joined the cult! Oh, this is another benefit. You get fucking machine guns when you join this cult. That's not good, Leon. Leon. Chain guns and a castle. Is that John Cleese? No, not really, but wow. What a face. It's Cleese-like. It's Cleese-ish. Let me hop on there. Let me shoot. I want to shoot. I want to shoot. Shoot. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I want to shoot. won't be long, yeah, yeah. It won't be long. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. This VOD is gonna get muted. The FCC is gonna remove my stream from the internet because I quoted some lyrics from a Beatles song. I'm dead. That's it. Stream over. Go home, everyone. Vine VOD is necessary? How did... Well, wait a minute. What would you even... I know I'm trying to go someplace specific, I just don't know where. How would you even illustrate Vine VOD? Just mic love or a mute symbol? Well, we already kind of have a volume thing. Ringo? Well, Ringo isn't really... You know, that's all joking. I'm going to take you down! Like, that's not real. Mike Love will actually do that. That's right, no, Ringo is not real. Damn, this art. Jeez. I guess this is the kind of art you'd expect in a creepy castle. Who's this guy in the middle? What is that? The sacrifice of 6 lives shall make way the true path. Oh, they even, These weren't the paintings originally, were they? They were? Oh, okay. So, they were, but not... They were crusty. The quality wasn't as high. So they went back and actually... This team, the HD project team, actually went and got those paintings and uncrustified them. That's awesome.
What a pleasant surprise. But I'm afraid it's Ashley we need. Not you, Mr. Kennedy.
If you don't need me, then get off my back, old man.
Did you say old man, Mr. Kennedy?
I'm only
It
12.
might come as a surprise, but I'm only 20 years old.
So you're just like all the others? A puppet of the parasites?
Surely you don't think I'm the same as those diminutive ganados. The parasites, las plagas, are slaves to my will. I have absolute control.
Well, I really don't give a damn. Rain or shine, you're going down.
God. These cheesy lines. Now that's a scythe.
American friend.
Now these motherfuckers got scythes. They had sickles, but they've upgraded. Really? Forgot about those fuckers. Good shots. Nice shots. Hey man, nice shot. I hate when that happens. You think you have a shell loaded in the chamber, but they ain't no shell. Oh, it is also a requirement. I can say that word. It's a requirement of this particular cult to make creepy noises upon firing your weapon. I was busy. I was doing something, man. Also, you can get kicked out of this cult if they catch you having a wank. Can I still dab? Nope, removed. Remember, if you start dabbing unironically, or rather ironically, you will start dabbing whatever. Wasn't worth it. I tried. I tried. I also, oh man, so when I say things wrong, which happens from time to time, I happen to be an imperfect being, and I sometimes say words improperly. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes accidentally. But when I do that, people, they post English major, lol, and I just think back to my days as an English major where we had Speak Good class. Oh, those were the days. We would just say words out loud over and over and over again until we could speak good class. Public speaking classes, I did take a couple of those. I told the story about how my friend... So I had to do a public speaking assignment where I told a story, right? And it wasn't supposed to be like a joke story or a funny story necessarily, it was just a story... You could make it up, it could be a story about your life, or maybe, something that you've heard, like say if you want to summarize The Hobbit, you know, make it interesting and engaging for the audience if they've never read The Hobbit. So it was one of those things. Alright, so, I procrastinate the assignment. I decided that, I wasn't gonna think about it until the day of. Day of comes because I'm an asshole. And I decided to tell a story about how my friend, at the time, who now looks like a hot dog, ate a lit blunt because he thought the cops were coming, but it was a Range Rover. Just fucking, like, swallowed that shit. Yeah, no, I mean, there was almost the full blunt. Like, he just ate a lit blunt because we were in his car. And, you know, obviously, I don't condone the use of cannabis, of course. Unless it's legal in your state. Thanks, guys. That was nice. Thanks for the rocket. It's very confusing, you know, because it is legal in some places. Anyway, the point is, this was, you know, college years. Not even, no, this was the beginning of college life for me. And so, you know, we were in his car and he had the silver reflector up because he thought that, you know, that would be inconspicuous. Just a bunch of smoke coming out of a car with a fucking reflector so that, you know, the sun reflector. And yeah, I mean, he just saw some lights. And I guess he took the first couple hits and he got really paranoid and he saw the lights and he just ate the thing. No one told him to do it. We just watched in awe. It was like in slow motion. I can still recall how it looked. Like, my memory's shit, but I have all the details. Just straight up ate the thing. Lit end first. and then swallowed it. And chewed a little bit, too. Like, what was he chewing on? Anyway, thank God for that door. No, because what it looked like was that he just gulped. He went like this. So then he started chewing. I think what he probably had some, like... He probably had some, like, bud in his, like, in his mouth still, or, like, some paper or something. So I told the story in public speaking class. So this is a story within a story. I told the story, and of course the class was, you know, they enjoyed it. They were into it. They thought it was funny. Teacher, not so much. I got spoken to after class, but not like in a bad way. It was more like, listen, you did a good job, but this wasn't supposed to be a story about that. I was like, oh, well, you know, the class liked it. I thought it was pretty good. And then the crazy thing is, well, actually the cool thing is that the teacher laughed about it, and then we just both went our own way. That was it. And then everybody clapped, and his name was Albert Einstein. Yep. Hang on a second. Why did I tell that story? Well, that was my experience with public speaking class. I was on a plane. All of them clapped. B+ story. I did better than that in public speaking class. I got an A in that class, son. This is gonna be fun. Anyone else getting Bloodborne, like, flashbacks? Kanehurst, specifically? Oh, I see a feather. I think I got it. Someone just said this game came out before Bloodborne, though. Good chat topic. I'll just never bring up Bloodborne again. It's not worth it. I mean, they're right. Let's talk about what we're here on this planet for, which I've concluded, as of yesterday, is to give sewers poop. So, you know, that's a topic. Oh, no you don't. No you fucking don't. How? They survived shotgun blasts. Some of them. I did survive a rocket. Yeah, that's true. Okay, good point. Good point. Leon can survive a rocket. A crow can survive a blast. From a distance, too. I accept. But yeah, I like these little quiet moments in between the action, where you just get to look around and, you know, get some ambience, shoot some crows if you want, whatever you want to do. It's just a nice, whoa, pro pathing. Yeah, the pathing in this game is tighter than a nun's pussy. And that's the cool thing about it. It's a trick. You don't know about it. You feel it, but you don't know for sure. You know, it's like kind of a... There we go, got one. That's what the game does so well. It really... The pacing is so good that you don't notice it. I guess you could say you're none the wiser. Eh? Okay, maze time. It's unbelievable that these castles use these keys. They're just like ceramics. It's so good.
Mr. Kennedy. Still alive, I see. So, do you like my garden?
I see you've managed to work in a little of your twisted taste here, too.
Sagacious as I am, even I get lost here sometimes. Even if it takes your whole life, you'll never get out. Do you know that no one dies without a cause? You will satisfy the stomachs of my cute pets. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to tie up a few loose ends, like chasing down a couple of rats.
Swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
Who's the other? Huh. They're an intruder besides me?
Small Cicero is hungry. Wants a sweet roll.
For some reason, I always get this hedge maze confused with Castlevania 64's hedge maze, which is an exercise in frustration and farts. It's like a dude chasing you with a chainsaw in that maze. Had to be done. Dinner's ready. Infinite Fight, I think, is available to watch now in like HD on the internet. Is this true? I heard it was. How do you watch that? Thanos, yeah, how do you... Oh my god. Someone just said, don't give that trash more money. Like like me watching the movie is going to somehow stop the Marvel menace.
Mr.
Oh, the Blu-ray is out. Okay, yeah. I actually thought that was a good cape shit movie. I like that one better than most of the other ones. Deadpool? No. I'm a very... I'm a fake comic book hero movie fan. I haven't seen Deadpool 2, I haven't seen Ant-Man, I still haven't seen Black Panther. I don't really care. Most of these movies I don't give a shit about. Sorry, had to be done. It had to be done again. You had to witness that again. This time I was able to heal up, which seems fucking obvious now that I've died once. There was one movie that I wanted to watch that wasn't superhero related, but I don't remember what it was. Like, it left theaters and I was like, ah, shit. Well, maybe next time. And I just don't remember. Now it's, like, gone. It's a non-issue. Isle of Dogs, maybe. That was one. Twisted Pair? Well, it's not out yet, but I can't wait for that. Ready Player One. That's I heard that movie was a god-awful mess, but with some good moments scattered about. I don't know. I'm not really that interested. I'll probably end up watching it just because I like Spielberg. Jurassic Park. Oh, I don't care about that. I'm sure it's fun. I'm sure it's very silly. And I'm sure I would have a good time watching it. But the only reason I went to see Jurassic World... Oh, shit. And this is why these dogs need to be destroyed. The only reason I went to see Jurassic World is because I had a number of people bug me to go see it with them. So I did. And it was fine. It was good. It's like, you know, dumb... action... stupid movie... Don't think too hard about it. But I didn't really think to myself, man, I would love to see a sequel to this sometime real soon. Just turn the brain off, bro. I don't know, I kind of like when movies make me think a little bit. Call me old-fashioned. Call me, wrong generation. But there are plenty of movies, that are actually... I heard Hereditary was good. Oh yeah, Movie Pass. Isn't that just, like, fail? Don't you watch a lot of B movies? Sometimes. I like schlock. I like shitty movies. I've seen The Room more times than any one human should have. But I like all kinds of movies. I'm sick of, right now I'm not... I liked Infinity War a lot. I'm not really eager to see more superhero movies. Like, I'm down for one superhero movie a year. That's good for me. I can handle that. Logan 2, starring Logan Jones. Well, Logan was great. I really liked that movie. I'm a huge Patrick Stewart fan anyway, so the fact that he was in it a lot was good. Yeah, Logan was great, and if more superhero movies want to do shit like that, then I'm game. I think that's an interesting approach. An actual movie with the superhero stuff being more in the background, and it's more just about, like, stuff, and not fight. Someone said I heard it was boring. Well, that's the problem. You want fight. And there was fight. But, like, you know, boring. Wonder, like, and this movie had a lot of action. I'm wondering what not boring would be in that case. Oh, fuck off! Jesus. Someone said I find action movies to be boring. I do too, to some extent. I like when action movies have some semblance of a story, because I just start, like, conking out. My brain starts to just stop processing the action. Unless it's something really, really well done. Like, I'm down for good action. There is such a thing as, you know, action that just gets, like shaky cam, a million jump cuts, no sense of, like, spatial awareness in an action scene really disorients me and fucks me up.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Sorry, but following a lady's lead just isn't my style.
Put them up now.
Matrix. Speaking of the Matrix, Matrix had some good fight scenes. And then every movie became the Matrix.
Bit of advice, try using knives next time. Works better for close encounters.
Leon.
How'd you do this, Leon?
Long time no see.
Didn't recognize you without the glasses.
So it is true.
With them.
True? About what?
You, working with Wesker.
I see you've been doing your homework.
Why, Ada?
What's it to you?
Why are you here? Why'd you show up like this?
See you around.
Speaking of B-movie... So, someone brought up Gladiator. I liked it. I thought it was cool. It's a Ridley Scott movie. He's hit or miss. He directed some of my favorite movies, like Alien, Blade Runner, Take a Shot. But I like Gladiator, yeah. I watched that a lot. That was on HBO all the time. And that had good action scenes to me because, again, you kind of knew what the fuck was happening most of the time. and there were some stakes. Like, you really wanted to see Maximus succeed so he could, you know, get his revenge. But I'm more upset that the sequel to Gladiator was never made. There was a script floating around called Gladiator 2 Christ Killer. And it was Maximus dead in the underworld. He was, like, hired by Hades or something to go kill Christ. And, like, gods. And it was Maximus, Russell Crowe as Maximus, killing, like, gods and Jesus. And there was some interest in this script. And then it just got shit-canned. Look it up. Type Gladiator Christ Killer. Take a look. Female intruder. There seems to be a female intruder among us. We believe she's connected with Sarah. We also believe that she was the one who removed the egg injected into Sarah before it hatched. She may have had him retrieve the sample before the American agent's arrival. It's obvious that her objective is the sample. We must get her, or get to her before she is able to reestablish contact with Sarah. There's also reason to believe that she's working for somebody. We need her alive for interrogation. The female should be able to answer all of our questions. After we have captured her, Sarah will no longer be of any concern. As long as we retrieve the sample, you may dispose of him as you see fit.
Welcome. Got some rare things. What are you buying?
You didn't let me finish.
Is that all, stranger? Thank you.
Wait a minute. I'm upgrading the shotgun, but I might be using the striker instead.
Is that all, stranger? Come back anytime.
Alright, well, I spent a little bit of money on it, but I'll just stop upgrading it now. Riot is good too. It's especially good now. Look at the bed. Looking at it. It's nice. It's real good. Ah. Does Leon ever sleep? Earlier there was Leon passed out for like 5 hours. Does he ever pee, is the real question. Does he ever dehydrate? I missed some treasure. Dessert. Dessert! To cherish our remaining years. Bread begins the meal of life. Meat to savor the time at hand. One last drink and the bottle breaks. Returning us to the dust from whence we came. So, do you have to pay the artists to put their art in the game? Like these classical paintings? Do you have to, like, pay residuals to the Da Vinci Load family? public domain. Didn't Disney destroy public domain? Only for them? Oh, that's cool. Where did you get that idea? Look it up. They didn't want Mickey Mouse to go public domain, so they lobbied to extend copyright laws, and they keep doing it. Why not renew the rights to Mickey? I don't know how that works. I wouldn't be able to tell you, but they decided to change the law instead. So they bent the law, you know, instead of trying to do something like that. And then it worked. Anyway, I was only, like, kind of half joking when I said, do we have to pay Da Vinci's family? But I kind of wonder, like, is there a Da Vinci relative? So yeah, they could just take the classical paintings and just throw them in their game. Throw them in the castle. No one needs to get paid. Mostly. Oh man, we're still doing snakes this far in the game?
Only eggs can sustain me.
Oni's gonna sue you for that. No, it's in the public domain. Oh wait, never mind. Disney made sure that didn't happen. No, the way it works apparently is anything made after 1928 is subject to these new copyright laws, but before that, you know, it's all public domain. So if something was made like 1919, then it's PD. Yeah, you know me. Marge! Oh, I need Ashley for this part. Oh, you're back. Treasure chests. Filled with heavy gold coins. From Bort. Mar. I can do some voices better than I usually can if I just put my mind to it. Right? So I can only say Marge as Homer and make it sound somewhat like Homer, otherwise it's just gonna fall apart and turn into a disaster, as it usually does. Bart, my boy! See? You see what I mean? I tried. I really tried. Bart!
Well, boy.
Jesus. Mr. Burns? It was bread, only bread can sustain me? Puzzle. Oh no, I remember this room. I have vivid memories of this room. Oh, fuck. Yeah! Yeah! Whoa! Ah! Ooh! He won't know where I am as long as I don't run or shoot. How the music stopped, despite big, Wolverine dude still being here. I was gonna say, this better be the fucking Holy Grail. But, not quite. Just make sure everything in here. Oh, there's still. Yeah, there's this over here. Okay. An emergency grenade? Yeah, there's emergency grenades everywhere. The owners of this castle were very, very paranoid. Good thing they didn't hear that. Gosh darn it. Oh, there's a dude at the door. Can't open it. Just amazing technology. Eat peen. If something looks like a dick, vaguely, is it peenish? Oh yeah, oh that's fun. Oh that's fun. That's some good nightmare fuel right there. Kneecap death. In case of emergency, break glass for RPG. Jeez. Oh, okay, we'll get ready for, Tetris. Forget to sell this shit. Wow. Perfect fit. This game, I really need to start, you know what I need to do? I need to start using more flash grenades. Whoa. Oh, I see knife not good enough for you. game's longer than Resident Evil 7, right? Resident Evil 7 wasn't that long. It's like 8 to 10 hours, I guess. Or even less than that.
Got some rare things on sale. What are you buying? Not enough cash, stranger.
Oh.
What are you selling? Is that all? Thank you.
Okay. Now
Is that all?
is a good time to sell some shit.
Thank you. Ah. Thank you. What are you buying? Is that all, stranger? Is that all? Thank you.
Man, after all the Tetris I did... Alright, well, I have some key treasures that might need some combining. Not that one. Not that one. This one for sure. I don't have the things needed. Maybe I can put a ruby in there? Let's see. Nope. Alright. Well, again, I'll sell as needed. I'm good for now. Is this first play? No. No, my memory's rotten though, so...
Leon! I got it.
Where did he keep that?
Now that I have this sample,
That was a
it will
penis.
serve me no purpose.
Sadler!
My boy Salazar will make sure you follow the same fate.
I like that he has a meat staff. A living meat staff.
Researcher, hired by Sadler. He found out what I was up to.
Don't talk.
Here. It should suppress growth of the parasite. The sample. Sadler took it. You have to get it back.
Louis! Louis!
I knew you for 20 minutes! At most! I mean, Louis is a cool character. You just don't see him a whole lot in Resident Evil 4. You see him a couple times, he disappears for a while, he shows up, he disappears, and then stabbed by a fucking spiked dick. They'll pay for your death, I promise. Impaled is the better word. Secret gold. So wait a minute, they had Ashley this whole time in that spot? And no one came to get her. No one. My name Leon Kennedy. Only know how to shoot. Solve problem with shoot gun.
Talk about near-death experience.
Ashley, get out of there!
Ashley does not know the definition of the word run. Really? You're okay, Ashley, right? Oh, there you go. Back to your safe location that they most certainly won't find you at.
The door's locked. I can't open it.
Sorry, Ashley. Did you get a little singed? What the oh, fuck, I shot your boot. That's the good end. That's the good ending. Alright, the gold. I'm still upset that I can't wear Leon's jacket anymore. Rifle going. Where the fuck did you even come from, dude?
The door's locked. I can't open it.
Well, why would I do that? Skull Man. Gold Skull Man, please. right. All right. Yeah, you get to play as Ashley now. Ambitious game design. All right, let's do this. Suddenly these creepy, slow fuckers are terrifying. Yep. You can just do that, and then you as Ashley can stand in the fire. God.
Mátalo.
Yeah. Mátalo. Mátalo. Sorry, mátalo. What does that mean? Kill them? Okay, thanks. It's kill him. Okay, so they didn't record a line for the Ashley bits. And no chat. No, not Ashley's bits. Ashley bits. The parts where you play... Leon does the kick. Ashley does the shove. Butler's memo. Knowing that Sir Ramon Salazar has no family, Lord Sadler must have used his strong faith and Los Illuminados to his advantage to talk Senor Salazar into undoing the seal of the Los Plagas once done by his ancestor. All butlers speak like that. Senor Salazar would never do such a thing unless he was in some way being used unknowingly. I should have sensed that Lord's dirty scheme sooner. I feel I'm partly responsible for all this. I have no idea as to what the Lord is planning, but Senor Salazar was just being used. It's too late now, however. Senor Salazar has already taken the Plaga into his body. There's no turning back once the Plaga has turned into an adult in the body. The Plaga parasite will not die unless the host dies. There is no cure. Perhaps Salazar may have been vaguely aware of the Lord's plan all along, but it's hard to tell. Nevertheless, there is nothing I can do about it now. I have served the Salazar family for generations. I am prepared to continue my services until the very end. But, Lur. Dweeb. Do you want to get a butler? Yes, father. Go to bed, Vinny. Yeah, I know. Oh, okay. Hang on a minute. I thought that was the optional path. This is the optional path right here. Wait a sec. There's a round hole in the center. Oh, wait. No, there is no optional path. I have to get the thing to put in there. It's really weird playing this game and realizing it came out 13 years ago. It's still, like, especially with the resolution increase and this texture thing, it really feels like I'm playing something that came out in the last couple of years. I mean, granted, it, you know, it's missing a lot of the, like, bells and whistles of modern game engines, but it's still... This game was also, I think, pretty ahead of its time. At least I think so. These castles and their big red buttons. Would anyone actually want to live in a castle, though? Think about how drafty they would get. How much work it would take. You know, you'd need a staff. Just too big. I mean, maybe like a mini castle. Like a small, like a fort. That's fine. I could live in a fort. I don't think I would want to live in a castle. I'm sure the castle life would suit others. There are people who are born for castles. I don't think I'm a born castle liver. Kings? What's a king? Vinny, you're starting to sound senile. Starting? But, like, think about how drafty they get. Like, you have to, you know, find ways to pipe heat throughout the whole thing. You know, I bet they get real damp. They retain moisture. They're more susceptible to hauntings. Apparently, ghosts like hauntings in castles more. You know, I watched a couple episodes of Ghost Hunters back in the day. I'm telling you, man, those ghosts, they love castles. You gotta have some history in them, though. You gotta, like, find a way to make the history. You know, this game could just use... We here at Capcom, we just feel like the game could use more slide puzzles. Wait, Mr. Capcom, Capcom, that's good. Crapcom, Jom, do you mean maybe we can make and design an original puzzle for this section? One that might both be interesting and fun for the player and fit in with the game's overall aesthetic and feel better? Nah. Nah, we want puzzles. Slide puzzles. Yeah. Yeah. They're just wonderful slide puzzles. Aren't they just nice? Aren't they just so good? Man, that John Crapcom was sure on his game. He was like, yo, get them slide puzzles in that one section. Player might get bored of all the fun shooting. The Wind Waker slide puzzle prepared you for this? The Wind Waker slide puzzle was a nightmare. They used to have these Halloween parties at my school, you know, from like 1st to like 5th grade. I remember these Halloween parties, and they would have these little shitty toys that you could just take. And every year, it was the same, like, ghost / pumpkin slide puzzle. Every fucking year. Cheap plastic, you know, they would fall apart. Oh, this is good stuff right here. Sound design in this game is top-notch. Ooh, shit. Oh. Okay, I'm good. I missed a cabinet. Did I miss anything good, or just some more spinels? Too late. Yeah, ghosts like to haunt castles. Do you ever think, like, for a minute, a ghost could be merging with you? Like, right now? Because if they're real, and they just, like, pass through, you know, and they're just, like, floating all around, what if, on their way, like a ghost just merges with you briefly?
You did good.
I'm sorry if I was...
Oh, don't worry about it. Come on, let's move on.
Cool. And I just got an update saying GeForce Game Ready driver is available. So if you complete this chapter in the game, you get a new driver for your video card. Same? We all got it? What'd I tell you about ghosts? There could be a ghost passing through all of us right now, and we would never know. Unless NVIDIA told us. The goodly ghost of updates. This is a ghost that watches out for your computer. Just to make sure everything's cool. As I've said before, ghosts, you know, very wildly inconsistent from report to report. Aliens too, but ghosts especially. There's no good rules on what a ghost can do and what its abilities are. And that's the thing that's frustrating and scary. It's like, well, you know, I need to know what you can do, ghost. So, I mean, if I'm going to be afraid of you, at least give me some idea. Oh, shit. Okay, I fucked up. I should have put the red in the one I already had. That's okay. At least give me some idea of what to be afraid of. Oh, you got a chirp? That was a ghost. No, here's the thing. XSplit did a big update, and it actually is a pretty decent update. And I have my issues with XSplit, but I also like a lot of it too, so... You know, I've stuck with it, and I just keep hoping it's gonna get better and better. It reset my chirp setting, so I need to fix that.
Moment we have here.
All spoiled thanks to your interruption. Why don't you do us all a favor and leave before the audience gets pissed off?
You're nothing but an extra in my script, so don't get too carried away. Your biggest scene is over.
I don't ever remember being a part of your crappy script.
Well then, why don't you show me what a first-class script is like through your own actions?
Very good. Very good. Leon's a dork, and Salazar is almost as big of a dork.
Got some rare things on sale. What are you buying?
Oil. Oh. Oil. Oil.
Go get the butterfly. I can get that now?
What are you buying?
I'm not gonna buy it, but there's a free one soon. I'm gonna save here though and come back to this because I think I did about 2 hours. I want to do some Gungeon tonight. I started a bit late, which is unfortunate, but we can do some Gungeon. Backtrack for the butterfly? Okay, well we'll do that next time. Can I just tell you, I love this game. No, you didn't want me to tell you that? Okay. Who doesn't? There's probably some people that don't like this game. There's gotta be like 3 or 4 people that are out there that are just like, nah. Nah, I don't like Leon. I don't like his stupid haircut. He looks too much like Vinny. What's going on here? Oh, I have to exit the game. This way. Yeah. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Oh! Alright, thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with Enter the Gungeon. Give me like a couple minutes. Just a couple. See you then with Gungie. More Resident Evil 4, hopefully sometime this week. Also, WarioWare's coming out real soon, so maybe we'll get a stream of that going. BRB.